what extent do you think that the growth of consumer choice in audio and in video has led to a growth of content for specifically Welsh audiences as the plurality of platforms helped or made it worse, the sort of situation that you were describing?
Broadly speaking, I think in terms of news, you'd have to say things have got worse without any doubt at all over the last 20 years. So we've seen the closure of titles, particularly in print. We've seen titles kind of absorbing things, so even if they apparently cover an area, really it's just one reporter where 4 existed before. I mean, we've seen some counter movements to that. So we've seen the growth of kind of community journalism, I think, which is a very positive sign, but that's a very fragile sector. Existing in very fragile economic circumstances. I set up something called the Centre for Community Journalism at the School of Journalism, which is there to try and support that sector in any way that it can, to help them find business models that work. But overall, I think we've just, the number of journalists reporting news for Wales about Wales has declined. And it's not clear that the business model for replacing those through commercial systems really exists yet. I mean, for obvious reasons that we're all aware of. People now expect to get their news for nothing, don't expect to pay for it, and the loss of advertising and the move from print to online is huge. So you can charge far less for an online news service than you can for advertisers than you can for a print news service. And local journalists are very aware of that, which, ironically, I think a lot of the community journalism outlets are actually now thinking about moving to print because they'll get more advertising revenues that way, which seems odd in the internet age, but it's just a kind of quirk of that loss of advertising revenue. So I don't think the market has worked. I suppose there are 2 areas of creative industries where the market and digital disruption has been particularly damaging. One is news, and I think the other is music.